Hello there, welcome to another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes video. It is day 122 for Mr. Corran Horn. Is that right? 123, excuse me. 123, Friday, May 22nd, 2020. And I know I typically do these on Sundays, doing this a little bit early because I can, and it's my birthday. So I'm off a little bit early, and my kids are supposed to be napping. I doubt they are, but anyway. Speaking of, one of them just woke up. Yes, Ellie? Not right now. Stay in the playroom. I'll let you know when you can come down. If you have kids, you understand. If not, then I hope that you someday have the opportunity of experiencing the joy. Seriously, kids are fun, but they are a lot of work and make things like this difficult. Anyway, roster review. So we are making some progress. Bastila Shan, 7 stars, making progress on Bosk. That's very important for the Houndstooth. So making some progress on her, getting close to 7 stars there. I'll use her to replace Kanan before too long in my arena lineup. And you'll see I did place a second Zeta on Emperor Palpatine. And I'll explain that a little bit later. I mean, other than it's obviously a very, very good Zeta. But I'll explain my reason when I talk about Grand Arena. Otherwise, not a whole ton of change. Those are really the 3 characters I'm working on. Let's see, this final piece. Yeah, it's just, these are so hard to get. I think it's pretty much like raid-only piece. Well, you don't buy from the guild event store. You can get them elsewhere, but I don't have energy to do that. I'm farming other stuff, so yep. Raids, occasionally they'll pop up in the shard store. I try to have some currency to buy them if they do, but they don't show up all that often. And unfortunately, I don't have a lot of currency, so I spent it on stun guns. So anyway, but our Houndstooth is progressing slowly but surely. We finally got to level 85. It's amazing how much this costs in terms of credits. So this is the big one. This is why I'm trying so hard to gear him up. Next gear tier would be plus 5% protection each time he takes damage. That's a stacking, of course, so that's really a big deal. You know, plus 2 and plus 3% is great, but plus 5% really adds a lot. Then this is huge. When he loses taunt, he gains it for 1 turn. If an enemy is breached, that's fantastic. So that really, really makes him very tough to beat. These are okay, but the main thing is here. So gearing Bosk up is super important. But he's getting there on the tankiness side. I did get Ghost to 7 stars. I'm super close on the Phantom. And of course, Anakin's ship is slowly coming along. I am working on Ahsoka's ship as well. Her ship is just fantastic. Especially with Arena going on, you need 2 teams, so having extra ships is good. Like I just said, you gotta have 2 teams. So I don't even have the currency to do this yet, which is kind of sad, but yeah. So that's where I am right now. I'm actually having some decent luck, I think, with the Galactic Chase. Let's see the Y-Wing. I'm at 26 shards there. That'd be a good one to add in. Okay, so let's talk about Grand Arena real quick. Unfortunately, it doesn't show my results from the first one. I ended up... What did I click? Clicked on Arena. I ended up going 2-1. Won the first round pretty easily. I got crushed in the second round because I couldn't get through his wall. He had a Bastila and some other stuff, and but he couldn't get through my Bastila either. But won round 3 fairly easily. So this time I lost the first round, and I'll show you. This was an interesting strategy that he used. So he was able to full clear me. He had Bastila, which I really should have beat in one battle, but I wanted to try to see if I could beat his bugs first, and that was a mistake. Geos are so tough to beat at this stage of the game, which is one reason why I think the Separatist strategy may be better as an opener. But and Bastila is obviously very tough to beat too, just because of that protection up. Makes it very tough. Now I did save my 3 best teams for offense, so I could have gotten through Bastila no problem, but he didn't even have ships set, no defense. So I didn't get points for clearing that zone, which hurt. I mean, he didn't get points for setting defense there, but I didn't get points for the battle, and I didn't get points for clearing. So all I got was this. That was disappointing. I imagine he has no defense set here either, but I don't know for sure. I know my my last opponent actually did that as well, where they just set like the front and didn't set anything in the back, but I was able to full clear him. So anyway, yeah, I couldn't get through bugs. I think those were like his best 2 teams, but I put this is my 4th, 5th, and 6th best teams on defense, and my 2nd best fleet team, which was not very good. So I'm still trying to figure out the strategy for 3 versus 3. Haven't quite gotten it yet. I think my mods were probably better than his, but Geos, I couldn't get through them. So that's where we're at right now. So one of the things I've been experiencing in Grand Arena, I'll show you my teams real quick. Squads, 3 versus 3. So this team here, and I just improved it. It was about 32,000, 33,000, I think, GP. Bastila has disappointed me because her tenacity just was not good enough. She would go first. She's pretty fast. Speed hasn't changed, so 237 at this level is pretty good. But the potency, it was at 40%, I think. So I put some more gear on her. Hopefully that'll help. I did level her up to 85. She was level 74, I think. If you're that interested, you can probably go back and watch my last video and figure it out. And then I maxed out some of her abilities and upgraded some of her abilities. But I thought she would be okay with the 40% potency because of this. Oh, well, maybe that was my problem. Maybe the potency is just upgraded, and I thought it was applying so she had 50% extra potency, but it's not there. Yeah, well, that would be my problem. So I thought she had the extra 50% potency, so she was sitting at 90% instead of 40%. So I probably need to go in and look at her mods and need to get some more potency on her, because 40% certainly wasn't cutting it. She wasn't applying the fear and all the debuffs that would make Palpatine go. Hopefully, if I can put some more potency mods on her, get her close to 60-70% potency, and still keep that speed, that'll do the trick for me. But failing to get that fear out was really killing me. So I really needed a stronger second team. That's why I put the Zeta on Palpatine. I know it doesn't help my arena team right now, but it will help in Grand Arena starting next series of 3. So, Palpatine will be good this way. He's only 209 speed, which isn't awesome, but it's not terrible. If Bastila can get those debuffs out and the fear, then he'll be able to go before most of the enemy. He's got good potency there. Oh yeah, okay. So see, this is what I was thinking. Empire and Sith allies have plus 35% potency. So Bastila should have had 75% potency already. That's what I was thinking. So yeah, maybe if I give another 15-20% or so, that'll be enough, along with his leadership. So the zeta, you'll see when a debuff on an enemy expires, Empire and Sith allies gain 5% turn meter. With all of Bastila's debuffs, when they expire, all of a sudden getting all this turn meter, that'll really help. And then of course Vader's the third in that team with his Culling Blade. He can make those debuffs expire right away, give yourself a lot of turn meter. So get that turn meter train going. It can be a pretty disgusting team to deal with. It just hasn't been rolling for me yet. So I want to get that train going. Hopefully we'll be able to do that in the second half of Grand Arena. Okay. I apologize if you can hear my dog. She's outside and I guess she sees something interesting. So, yes. Finally showing you shortly after my payouts did get top 200 again, just kind of squeaking in there. And ships made top 20 again today, number 19, again just squeaking in there. But that is giving me that crystal income that really helps, so that's fantastic. Last thing before I sign off for today, so I did create a new account for a Separatist opening. And I know it went free to play on my other one except for the beginner packs. So I did the beginner packs with this, but because it's my birthday, I had a little extra money. I decided I'm going to buy the Jedi Knight Anakin pack. And it's been pretty cool. It's $15, so I'm $25 into the account. That's all I'm going to spend. But I wanted a character kind of, get me going and moving in the right direction. With this strategy, he's obviously good. And he deals a ton of damage, so that's really helped. So this is funny. I actually started an account after I made the video on Sunday, but when I got to Squad Arena the next day, I was at 15,000 something. I was like, I don't want to start there, especially it's free to play. So I created another account and hit Arena again the next morning. I was at 16,000 something. It's like, nope. Made another. Got to Arena the next day, 18,000 something. Nope. So this is the fourth attempt here. Finally. And then when I hit Arena, I think I was 850-ish. So finally hit a new shard. That's a good start. So this rank isn't just because I got lucky. It's because I put a lot of time into making a lot of different alts so that I could set myself up for success. So the moral of the story here is if you're going to make a new account, don't spend any money until you hit Arena. Find out where you are in Arena. If you're 10,000 or later, I would suggest waiting a couple more days. It turns out there's about 1,800 accounts maybe per day, 1,500 or so that were made hitting Arena per day. So wait a little bit, try again. You probably want to be in the top 2,000 if you can time it right. Top 5,000 is reasonable, especially if you're going to spend a little bit of money. If you're buying a hyperspace pack, then it probably doesn't matter that much. But if you're going free to play, that's the way to do it. And you can hit Arena within 4 or 5 hours if you want to burn some crystals. It's not that hard to do. I did it one day when I actually had some time. But yeah, so just with the that $25 spent, I was able to climb up pretty high here, and get that top 50 payout, which is really nice. I'm not going to get top 20. There's already, let's see, at least 9 hyperspace packs. There's 10, 11, 12. And then, some of these other guys have spent more money than I did as well. Not yet, kid. I'm almost done. So, anyway, there's the moral of the story. I mean, obviously there's not much really to say with this. It's 2 days old, but hey, we're gonna see how this goes. I may not end up keeping this, but I want to get a feel for the Separatist opening. I've kind of designed most of the farming guide. I at least want to get that out and at least say I have some experience doing it. So, we'll see how time constrained I am and go from there. But anyway, okay, so I know some people want to see a live stream of Galactic or Grand Arena. Unfortunately, I forgot to record the first battle. Then I remembered I turned it on. I started doing this right after my other GAC. So I was a little brain dead from that one. But this one went fairly well. So I'll talk about it kind of as we go through here. Took 2 attempts to get through this first zone. So I always go the bottom first, see what's in that back wall. That gives me an idea. You'll see I'm looking at both here. He had a Basila, which, Basila's tough to get through, but it wasn't zetaed. And my Basila and Yoda alone are as much GP as his. So even though it's 2 versus 3, I decided to take a risk here and go for it. Try to get some extra points. Yoda is always my #1 target in this team. He just takes so many turns. He can deal so much damage, and spreading the buffs around really can be pretty devastating, just like that. So I did try to stun Ahsoka there because she's got that buff removal, which is a pain to deal with. There, once I get rid of Yoda, it's 2-on-2. Then I start feeling pretty good. Try to stun Ahsoka because I want to take her out, but I'm worried about the counterattacks. I don't want to lose all my buffs every single time, so instead I'm going for Bastila here. Tried to take her out in that one shot. I was just short. Able to put her away there. And this is just mop-up duty. Making sure I keep my banners. And that was a good victory. 54 is the perfect victory. 55 if you're down 1 and still have full health, full protection. So I knew I had some options here. I wanted to try something interesting here with Bosk, Dengar, and Mr. Grief Karga. With both of them going as stealth, Bosk is the kind of is an auto taunt to start with. But I want to get that frenzy. Now he does out GP me in this battle by a little bit. By like 10,000, I think. I don't know. But by a little bit. Hopefully we can take a look at it again. But I wanted to see how good Grief Karga would do here. And this is when I realized that the Dispel All Buffs is really good in that situation. Hey, how's it going? Sorry, you can probably hear me in the background.
Good memory.
Yesterday I didn't turn my mic off, so.
Well, we're doing very well, thank you. I can't complain.
See if I can
No, we're actually done with dinner.
that actually.
We eat kind of early.
There. Okay. So once I got Cat out, felt pretty good about it. Grief doesn't have full health, but Boss can keep taunting. So, and Grief provides a lot of different versatility here. Protection, recovery, retribution. He's pretty good. Look forward to using him in a 5 versus 5 matchup. But I'll take the victory here. Okay, yeah, they were at 32. I think my team was less. Um, hold on, I can tell you. That's not the right account. I'm at 26, so 6,000 GP. Okay, so fleets there at 176, which is actually a pretty respectable fleet on defense. Let's, hello. But this is why I save my best fleet for offense. Unfortunately, I think I'm on the phone, so we're going to speed this up a little bit. There we go. So here's what I come in with. I'll leave the one extra reinforcement spot open for more banners. And here we go. I went after him first because I wanted to get the advantage, plus his ship is so good. So I knew if I could take out his crew first, I'd be in good shape. Unfortunately, he goes into stealth, but that happens. I do get the stun there, which is perfect. This is where I got a little worried with the Houndstooth coming in and taunting. I thought, well, maybe I can one-shot it. It looks like it's kind of a weak Houndstooth. But, nope. And then I'm stuck going with basics. I can't stun it. It just keeps retaliating, which is really annoying. Thankfully, Anakin took it out for me. Now, I usually don't like using Crew's special ability there without advantage, but I knew I could take him out and get the foresight, so I went for it anyway. And then from here on, it's just clean up. That's probably overkill, but yeah. Okay, so 58 banners, not bad there. So 1136 on the round isn't fantastic, but it's serviceable. So, and here showing the first team I beat. Okay, so let's take a look real quick at the results now. He has attacked and couldn't get through. So this was actually the second best team I put on defense, I think, but it's kind of just a random mashup of characters. Thrawn is good anywhere. Biggs calling one of them isn't bad, and Crew has some survivability. So 2 attempts, couldn't get through it. He put too much on defense. That's why I kept my best 3 teams for offense. At the very least, I want to get through all his zones and get the extra banners. Even if I lose, that'll help me in the long run. And three versus 3 is just kind of a tricky deal. So, but he one-shot that team. But I'm sure Anakin cost him some banners, at least protection banners. He one-shot there, and I think he one-shot my ships, which the ships weren't very good. Excuse me. I was hoping the Houndstooth might hold him off for a little bit, but I just don't really have much. The TIE fighter is really, my TIE fighter pilot is terrible, so that's not a good ship. and Ahsoka is not quite there yet. Hopefully for next round she'll be better. So, take a look real quick at that team. It was a pretty good team. I tried to, and I think I talked about this earlier, I tried to use my Empire with Dark Bastila, but can't do it yet. She needs more potency. So anyway, I am gonna win this round, so I'll be 1-1 this round. I was 2-1 last round. Hopefully I can win my last matchup. That'll put me at 4-2, halfway through Grand Arena. But I'll keep you guys updated with how it's going, and hopefully I can splice this video into yesterday's video just fine. Anyway, you all be blessed, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace.